If you have purchased the Boyum B1 Visibility package, you have access to the Toolbox module. The Toolbox is a series of smaller functionalities where each of these features can be turned on and off at will. We will review some that affect business partners. Let's get started. Navigate to Administration, Add-ons, B1 Visibility Package, Module Configuration, Toolbox Configuration. Under the Toolbox Configuration window, the first tab is the Business Partners tab. The first option is Automatic Numbers. By selecting Automatic Numbers and clicking on Update to save, Automatic Numbers will automatically choose a business partner number for the user. Once the initial numbering series is established, then the following numbers will follow that series. For customer and leads, they follow the same series. For vendors, they'll follow their own series of numbers. Let's verify. By going back to our main menu and opening the Business Partner Master Data, I will choose First to Lead, and we'll start with the 10,000 lead series. And as I put as a test lead the initial record, we now have saved the first record, and the following records come with 10,001. I'll add the test customer. And as I add this, we have now 10,002. If I were to change the vendor, it will follow its own numbers. With the vendors, we'll start with 100,000. And so on. Next, we have the Auto City Names. By checking Auto City Names and clicking on Update, this functionality will allow the system to automatically find the city to a specific zip code of a specific county on a business partner and address component window. Currently, Auto City Names are available for addresses in the following countries of Denmark, Norway, France, Czech Republic, and Slovakia. The system will also work for other countries by checking if the supplied zip code already exists in the database and either provide you the city or tell you that there are no matching zip codes. If there are more than one city associated with the supplied zip code, it will give you the option to double-click in the city field and select the city you would like to choose. We will move on to the Business Partner Master Data and selecting our first business partner as an example. Here we have Maxitech, and by clicking on the Addresses tab, we see that the zip code 18067 represents the city of Northampton. By selecting Define New and adding a new address ID, by selecting the zip code field and entering 18067 and clicking Tab, the system will automatically bring in the city of Northampton into the city field. Differently, we now have under the Ship To address Cherryville for 18067, and under Ship To number 2, we have Northampton for 18067. In a situation where we now have a new address to add, we will add 18067, and by clicking Tab, we will now see that the automatic Northampton city will not populate. The reason for that is now that we have two actual matching city names for the same zip code. Therefore, by double-clicking on the city, we now have an option to either select Cherryville or Northampton. For this example, I will select Cherryville. Our next option is the Use Email button. By having the Use Email button checked, this option will display a button on the email field of the General tab of the Business Partner Master Data that, when pressed, will launch the email message to that email. Let's verify. By opening the Business Partner Master Data and bringing up one of our customers, here we have that button. By clicking the button that says Write Email, the message is shown with that email address. Add the subject and body lines to the side email. The same can be accomplished by going to the contacts persons and finding their email address and clicking Control double-click. The same happens, and now the email will be sent to the customer contact. Our next option is the Use option to update payment terms on sales orders. By having this checked and updated, this option allows you to update payment terms on open sales orders if you have changed the payment term on the BP Master Data window. If you change the payment term to a new payment term and click Update, the system will ask you if you want to update the payment terms on all open sales orders that belongs to the updated business partner. If you choose Yes, the system goes through all the orders and updates the payment terms. The system will only ask for an update if the payment term was updated and 2, the business partner has any open sales orders. As an example, if we open our last sales orders, here we have a sales order for Acme Enterprise, and currently under the Accounting tab, we have 2P10 Net 30. If we open the Business Partner Master Data and go to the Payment Terms tab, and change that from 2P Net 30 to just Net 30, here you have the system message. Do you want to apply the associated payment terms to the business partner? If you say yes and click on Update, a system message appears. The business partner payment term has changed. Do you want to update the business partner's 4 open sales orders with the new payment term? By clicking yes, we're able to refresh the window and you see that the payment term now has been changed to Net 30. Next, we have the Use Valid Federal Tax ID check in European Union only. This enables you to validate federal tax ID of businesses in the European Union. Next, we have Start in Name field. Use this option to have focus in the name instead of the business partner code. This is useful if you always are doing searches via the name and not via the code. By navigating to our main menu and opening the Business Partner Master Data, you will see that the bar is now blinking on the name instead of the business partner code. So automatically I can come in and click on Acme. If I do Control F or Find, we're back to the name section instead of the business partner code. Next, we have Use Hide from List system. By having this checked, this option allows you to hide certain business partners from all lists that show business partners. This is very helpful if you have a business partner who is no longer active. In this example, we'll navigate to our Business Partner Master Data and bring up MaxiTac. As we can see, MaxiTac is no longer active. Therefore, on the UDF side of the screen, we are able to select the Hide from List Yes. By clicking Update and clicking OK, we will now go to our sales order, for example, and if we were to take a look at the available names, MaxiTac is not in the list, therefore is no longer available to be chosen to any marketing documents. As a note, even if the entries can be hidden from lists, they will not be hidden from reports that use the from and to codes, groups, or properties. Another note would be that no entries will ever be filtered from the Business Partner Master Data window, only from all other windows. Our next option is the Use Show Only Current User BP system. This option works similarly as the Hide from List system, but is intended as a filter for the business partner. The current user logged into SAP will only see the business partners that he or she is the sales employee for. In order for the system to work as intended, a mapping between the sales employee and the SAP Business One user must be provided. Let's review it. By navigating to Administration, Setup, General, Sale Employees Buyers is where the mapping is going to occur. By finding, for example, in my case, the Sales Manager, I'll be able to make the mapping on the B1 username as Manager. By doing so and clicking on Update, now the Sales Manager is connected to the B1 username Manager. Let's verify. By navigating to our main menu and opening the Sales AR and opening the Sales Orders, here we are able to see that because I'm logged in as Manager, I can only see the manager-related customers. By choosing MaxiTac and opening up the Business Partner Master Data, the sales employee being the Sales Manager and my username connected to Sales Manager will only show those business partners that are connected to Sales Manager. As I move forward, for example, I will not see Acme Enterprise or Parameter Technology. To verify that, we'll go back to our customers and we'll be able to see that I can see MaxiTac, Star, Web Customer, One-Time Customer, Andreas, and Werner. As a note, the filter on the sales employee affects all windows in SAP Business One, except the Business Partner Master Data window. That is because it's where we make the selection for the connection of the business partner and the sales employee in the system. Our next option is Use Mandatory Contact Person. This option makes it mandatory to have at least one contact person on a business partner. You have the option to select if you like to have a warning, which will be a prompt in the window, or an error, which will block you from going forward. First, we'll review it as a warning. We'll navigate to our business partner, Business Partner Master Data, and we'll add a new lead to the system. As we click Add to add the lead, the system message Contact Person has not been set. Continue anyway. We will say yes in this case. Differently, if we were to take it from warning and make it an error and click on Update, we'll go back to the Business Partner Master Data and we'll add a customer this time without a contact person, and we'll say Add. And the system displays a message at the bottom which indicates Contact Person is mandatory. Next, we have Use Mandatory Build To. Similarly to the mandatory contact person, the system will provide you a warning or an error depending on your selection. First, we'll verify by the warning. By clicking checkbox and clicking Update, we'll navigate to the Business Partner Master Data and we'll bring up our new lead. As a reminder, we have set up the contact person, however, we do not have any addresses as Build To or Ship To. By clicking on Update, the system message provides you that Build To address has not been set. Would you like to continue anyway? Differently, if I were to check from a warning to an error and do an update, and go back to the same business partner and click on Update, the system message will provide us Build To address is mandatory. Our next option is the Use Mandatory Ship To. Here we have the same information as seen previously on the mandatory contact person and the Build To. The system is able to provide you a prompt warning or an error message that the mandatory Ship To is required. By selecting the mandatory Ship To and warning, we'll review it. Navigating to the Business Partner Master Data, we'll bring up our last lead. We had in the past created a Build To address 123 Market Street. And if for some reason we would do an update and leave the window, the system will prompt a message that the Ship To address has not been set. Would you like to continue anyway? Currently, I would say no. Returning back to our toolbox configuration, we'll change it from a warning to an error message. At this point, if I were to say update, the system message Ship To address is mandatory populates. As a reminder from the previous setting that we did, we are able to right-click on the address, click on Export Address, select the Ship To, and import said address. Here we have 123 Market Street as the Ship To address as well. We'll click Update to save the information. Our next option is Use Flags. This will activate a visual representation of the country of the Build To address country field. This gives you a quick way to identify the nationality of the business partner. By selecting Use Flags and clicking on Update, we'll navigate to our Business Partner Master Data record. And here we have under Address, USA, therefore the United States flag. As we keep moving, we have also Slovakia, for example, for Star Company. And we also have SG Electronics in Canada. Our next option is the Go to New option. The Go to New functionality allows you to add a new business partner in Add mode. However, instead of the normal SAP One functionality to add the new business partner and clear the window to be ready for another addition of a new business partner, by adding this feature, Go to New, This adds the business partner and stays on the newly added business partner window. If you at one time would wish to deactivate this functionality on the fly, you are able to hold down Control while adding the business partner. The normal functionality will override the setting. Let's review it. So first, we'll go to New and click on Update. We'll open up a business partner master data and we'll add a new business partner. Now that we have added a contact person and bill to and ship to addresses, we're ready to add our new business partner. By clicking Add, you will see that the business partner has been added to the system and it stayed within the same window. Differently, you're also able to select the Control to activate. What this will do is will require you to click on Control prior to adding the business partner, and only at that time the business partner window will stay within the newly created business partner. Next, we have the activation of website. The activation of website functionality simply takes the content of the website field of a business partner master data and launches the website in your default internet browser. You're also able to hold down Control, double click, or show a button. We'll show both functionalities. By selecting both and clicking Update, we'll navigate to business partner master data and bring up MaxiTac as an example. Here we have the address of www.lbsi.com. If I were to select the field, hit Control and double click, the website for LBSi is launched. Otherwise, I'm able to click on the Go to Website button, and by doing so, the new window opens up. Our next option is to use a password generator. The password generator is a simple function to generate a password for the business partner master data window. When activated, you are able to either Control double click into the password field to generate a random password or click on the Show button. By selecting Use Password Generator and Show button and clicking on Update, we will navigate to the business partner master data window and bring up one of our business partners. Here we have the password field, which we're able to select and Control double click. It will provide us a 6-digit password. 6 digits is the default for the window. However, it can be changed under the selection criteria up to 32 character lengths. Differently, if we were to delete, we are able to click on the Generate Password button and a new password is generated. By clicking Update, that password is saved to the business partner master. Lastly, in the Business Partner tab, we have the Show Open Related Entries when inactive. When checked, this option gives you a list of all the service calls, sales, and purchasing documents that are not closed for a business partner if it is updated and the business partner is set to inactive. Let's review it. By checking it and clicking Update, we'll navigate to the Business Partner Master Data. We'll bring up one of our business partners, MaxiTac, which currently is set to inactive. And if we were to make an update to this record, the system will now show all related open entries related to AR credit memos, AR down payments, AR invoices. As we scroll down, we have delivery, return, sales orders, sales quotations, and if we had any service calls, those would also show up. This concludes the Toolbox configuration for the Business Partners tab. The Boyum Toolbox Business Partners configuration that is part of Boyum Usability package is great for enhancing the usability of SAP Business One by allowing flexibility by user settings. Join us as we help you learn more about what SAP Business One has to offer by clicking the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell so you never miss a new video. As an SAP Gold Partner, LBSi can help you take full advantage of everything the system has to offer. To get in contact with us, visit our website at www.lbsi.com and navigate to the contact link. You can also email us at sales@lbsi.com for sales-related inquiries or SAP support@lbsi.com if you're an existing client in need of support assistance.